What is going on, YouTube? Golden Arches, and today doing something a little different. I'm gonna show you guys some strategies for some doubles radiation CTF. So I have Branson here with me. Go ahead and say a little hello or whatever.
Up. He's saying stuff here.
So basically, we're just gonna show you what we think is the best strategy, and there could be better. This is just personally what we run, and we're kind of just freeballing it here. So we're just going by whatever. So it's not gonna be crisp or whatever, but you'll get the point by the end of it. So at the start of every CTF match, there's pretty much pre-nades, or any match at that, any game mode. So basically, Branson right here is going to show you on this spawn side a good pre-nade. Basically, you just run straight up mid, toss it over, and that time it actually hit that vent. You actually want to try and aim and get it over top the vent, because they'll be spawning right here, and that's one of the main points that they'll come from. So you basically 2v2, it's a lot different than team. You basically have to stick together. Spawn traps are kind of hard to set up because spawns are so random in this game. So if you don't have a support with the flag carrier, who knows where they're going to spawn, and they could end up in your spawn pulling your flag, waiting for you to get there to cap it. So like, there are a few good spawn trap setups on this map still. For example, Branson, if you stand by this vent right here, right there, if you have them down, they'll spawn right here, anywhere in this area, and you'll just be able to pick them off from there. Stun, pre-stuns, those are always key. Don't waste your stuns right as you spawn or whatever. I see quite a few people doing that. You always want to save your stuns for situations like that. So yeah, but Branson, you said something earlier about, supporting. Why don't you touch base on that a little more, since that's kind of your role?
Supporting in this game is huge because if the flag carrier is running by himself and he gets killed, and there's nobody around him, they're obviously going to return the flag. So anytime you got that flag, you got to treat it like gold. You just got to follow it around, and don't always always make the support guy go before the flag carrier goes like around the corner or something. For example, if you're in the Dubs game and let's say Golden pulls this towards that side, and I shoot one person, and then Golden's about halfway to the flag, I don't see anybody else, I just got to just forget the spawn trap and just follow him all the way to the flag, all the way home until he gets the flag cap and carries it, because the only way to get a flag cap is making sure it's secure.
Yeah, and you obviously never want to go two down. So you always, if you're last alive, just try and duke it out or whatever, because they can set up so easily on you if you have two down. And basically, this map, there's three main pulling points. I'd say the main, most high traffic is pulling underneath. And I personally don't like running this way, just because there's so many ways to cut you off. They could hop down either shack ladder, or if the top is open down there, or come from either side. So there's pretty much 5 points you can get cut off from. So I tend to stay away from that. I usually just, in team, check where my support is. In 2v2s, once again, check where your support is, but it all depends where they're spawning. You always gotta, I'm not really gonna go over every single spawn, just because there are so many and they're so random, especially in a 2v2 when you can't really set it up and force their spawn somewhere. But yeah, I don't even know. I really like to pull the warehouse side, the B warehouse, just because they'll usually spawn either in this building or like button side, anywhere, railing side. So if you can set up, they can only pretty much cut you off from mid or button, and that's pretty easy to cover, in my opinion anyways. I don't know. We don't really run 2v2 that much, but when we do, I don't know.
It seems like it's way harder to change their spawn in 2v2s because there's only one objective player and the other person's it's pretty much you both just pull. But it's harder because there's only 2 people instead of 4, and it's harder to push the spawns around. Like for instance, if I wanted them to spawn over here, where I'm shooting at right now, you would obviously need somebody over here in this area. But then it's just hard because then we'll have nobody cutting off way down there like you would in team. So it's 2v2 is really hard.
Yeah, because if he's over here, and let's say I'm pulling building, they're going to spawn in this building, and they'll be able to just run straight down here and cut me off. So it's pretty much you just got to stick together. But, yeah, I don't know. We could... Here, let's hop on the other team here. Oh, I guess it didn't really matter.
15-second respawn.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, while you're waiting for that respawn, I'll just go over a few callouts here. We like to use domination points for callouts, even if you're not in domination or search. I don't really have them down right now because I'm not really. It's kind of late, but underground, that's kind of self-explanatory. We like to call this either railing. If they're up top here, button, we like to call it button side. It's you always want to go over shit with your team. You don't want to, like, we haven't really taken time to go over callouts, but we've been together long enough from the start of the game that we have callouts down. So you want to get those down with your team because those are so essential to winning matches. So yeah, we like to call these buttons. We like to just call these, like, if we're playing domination, and this is, I think this is, whatever flag it is. Let's say this is C flag. It's either A or C. I can't, this is A. This is definitely
C's
A.
over here. Over there,
Yeah, that's C. So I'm on A flag right now. We like to call this A shack, or if they have A, we'll say their shack. And so if we're on B flag or whatever, we'll just say coming down their ladder. And we'll know that that's this ladder right here. That's because we've been teamed so long. We know what to expect from callouts. So just get those down with your team or your dubs partner or whatever. Because I know a lot of people do start out with dubs. I personally did as well when you start game battles. So yeah, I don't know. Branson, why don't you show the pre-nade for this side since you're finally out of that nice 15-second respawn delay.
Pretty much the same exact thing. They spawn very back right, and you spawn right here. But you always gotta watch out for their pre-nades. So I always go right here, like stay back right here, and just jump and go around this corner. So because normally they nade around here too. That's pretty much every team does that.
Yeah. So those are just basic.
Right over there.
One basic pre-nade, but
and
there's not. Go ahead.
Also, another thing to do is, let's say you have a FAMAS or something, and then right at the gate, I like to go right up here. You pick anybody off who's coming through the middle, and then you already have one down. Because normally there's going to be somebody running around right here, and they don't expect you to come up on top of the shack over here, and especially because you can crouch and get a nice head glitch over here.
Yeah, and head glitches in this game are pretty dirty, so you really want to try and find those. I know one of the main spawn points for this is actually right beside the flag, Branson, if you head over here to the number 3 building or whatever, the sniper tower.
Right up here, right?
Yeah. This is one of the main spawn points right in this corner, actually. So if you pull on this side, I'd say you want to have your support somewhere in the mid. And I think this side, but it's kind of hard to get to buildings just because it's such a long path from the flag there. And it's so wide open, you can get stunned pretty easy. So button side is definitely my favorite pulling area or pulling path, whatever, for this side. So you obviously want to get their spawn out of that corner and force it to anywhere over on the warehouse side. I don't think
on this
really
side, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to spawn trap on this side. If you lay down right here, you can see both entries. I mean, it's kind of a stupid spot, no head glitch, but they're really not going to spawn all the way in this building and go all the way around and come up through right here. It's just normally all 4 of them will just try and barge out right here.
Yeah, and if you actually head glitch that barrel right there too, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And then actually, if you come over, turn around, and jump on that black twine or whatever, you can head glitch this vent right here. And if they also have another spawn over here, you can just pick them right off. So that's more of a team. But if you have, for example, 2 down and you pull the buttons, you can. If Branson was laying right there, that would be the perfect setup. And then pre-stuns, like I said earlier, they're so clutch. So if you have them stunned right off spawn, it's pretty much a free cap. But yeah, I don't know. Basically, pretty much it for Radiation CTF. I could go over a few more callouts personally that we use. We call this control room. If I can get in this goddamn window.
Yeah.
Control room. Then we have obviously the warehouse. Anywhere in the warehouse, you just call out where they are on the railing, whatever. I don't know. We pretty much just call it on the fly. We have like specific callouts for certain things, but other things we're always calling out. You always have to. So we pretty much just come up with shit off the top of our head, as long as your team's able to understand it. But yeah, I don't know. Holy shit. This has already been 11 minutes, so almost 12. We better wrap this up here. So let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see kind of team setups, if you want to see what maps and what game modes you want to see, let me know in the comments or whatever. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So Branson,
if you subscribe, you will not only get free sex from Golden Arches, you will also get free sex from me.
Oh, there you go.
Peace, nigga.
Take it easy, guys. I'm out of here.